So, dear friends, let us today understand about cybercrime, what the cybercrime is all about, and also how we can protect ourselves from the cybercrimes. So, before I go further into the cybercrime side, let me introduce myself. I am Rajiv Kumar, and I have almost 17 years of experience into various fields. I'm basically working in the SAP side, but this area is one of my favorite subjects where I want to educate people on how to protect yourself, your financial assets, and also how can you at least give a hand in fighting the fight against the online and cyber attacks. You can say the attacks coming from the internet or from the various different modes. Okay, so first let us understand what the cybercrime is all about. So cybercrime is mainly done for the purpose of uh, gaining the financial assets. It can be in terms of any kind of monetary gains, and sometimes it can be non-monetary gains as well. Okay, so it need not to be always monetary gains as such. So how they do it? So basically certain individuals or sometimes even certain organizations use the technology, the latest of the technology, computers, the various kind of communication network, be it on the internet or be it on the mobile network. Okay, and also there are a lot of new technologies are coming up, right? So most of the devices are connected through some or the other kind of network. So various connected devices over the internet also is being used by the cyber criminals to commit the financial crimes. Okay, now you will say what are the reasons why the kind of cyber crimes are very high nowadays. So there are a lot of valid reasons against it, particularly from the time the COVID has come down. Most of the people have started using online more aggressively because that was the only option left for people to continue their work, to continue their education, and a lot of other related activities, right? And that has given a free hand for the people who want to exploit this entire online area for their personal gain or can be various kind of gains as such. Okay, so remember this, that cybercrime is not a local threat, it is basically a global threat. That means this is not, it applies only to a specific country or a specific location or a specific geography or anything as such. It is being used worldwide. Just like we have internet worldwide, same way we have this cybercrime also being used across the globe. Now let us understand what are the different kind of cyber crimes we can usually see. But then remember one thing, that this is not the only way to commit the cyber crime. There are thousands of ways by which a cyber crime can be committed, and every now and then people are using the new and very innovative methods, innovative process, innovative scheme to fool the people and to get their financial data, financial assets, money, or sensitive data. There can be many things. This is the list is endless basically. That's what the things are. But let me just jot it down. What all the important cyber crimes are there? The major ones. I'm not considering putting here the exhaustive list of all variety of cyber crimes because that is not possible to give. You must have seen email or internet related fraud. Identity fraud means where your personal information is used to steal or do some wrong activity as such. theft of financial or card payment related data, theft and sale of corporate data, cyber extortion, that is demanding money to prevent a threatened attack. That means if somebody is threatening you, if you don't give us money, we will block your entire network, we will block your computer, we will block your entire thing. You will not be able to do anything after that. Then ransomware, a kind, again it is also a type of cyber extortion. In this case, what happens is people usually hijack an entire network of communication, and they say, boss, unless you pay us a certain amount of money, this entire network will remain in the blocked status and you will incur huge amount of losses. Then cryptojacking, okay, where hackers mine cryptocurrency using resources they do not own. Then cyber espionage, where hackers access government or company data, infringing with systems in a way that compromises a network, infringing copyright, illegal gambling, selling illegal items online. So, as I said, these are the various kind of cyber crimes a person can do or commit. Okay. Another very important thing is, particularly if I say from the Indian perspective, people are very sensitive towards their financial assets, towards their financial data. But what people do not realize is the criminals are getting smarter day by day, and we need to, if we have to stop them, we need to outsmart them. If we are not smarter than them, then they are definitely going to fool us. Today in this particular video, I am going to show you couple of sample examples from my personal experience, that how things work and what we can do in order to prevent them. Remember, it is a collective fight, it is not an individual fight as such. Only collectively we can fight it and we can win this war. Otherwise, this will continue, probably not sure how far, maybe forever, because stopping it completely is probably not possible, I will say. But then if we prevent, because everybody need to be smart enough to understand what they are supposed to do and what they are not supposed to do. Nowadays, having less information also is a big challenge. People who are not educated enough, or people who are old age, people who are not aware how the technology works, and even sometimes people who are aware how the technology works, still they get fooled because of the greed which is being offered to them to do the things. Remember, nobody can protect you better than yourself. That's the point number one. Plus, nobody can think something better for you better than yourself. So you must always think what is the best for you. That is the underlying principle which you should follow at all the point of time. And remember, if somebody is giving you something free of cost, it is actually not free, it is basically a trap. If they say they give you the reward points, it is a trap. If they say we will pay you for the Google review, it is a trap. If they say okay, you like the YouTube video, you will get the money, it is a trap. And likewise, because nobody pays free. Remember, if you find that an activity is paying you very handsome amount without putting any proper effort into it, it is not basically an earning source, it is basically a trap. If you get into the trap, you are bound to lose your money, you are bound to lose lot of other things. Okay, so let's see some of the examples which will tell us how this entire thing works out. Okay, let me go to the Google review scam. So look at this. This person has given me some information, says good evening, glad you have replied. Then I said okay, this is regarding what. So they are saying that they are from so and so company, they want full time and part time work opportunity to best, so share information. I said okay, let me see. I was just wanted to see what they have to share of. So in that case, then what this person has said is all right. Let me give you a quick brief of company. This and project is very simple. See, look at this. Very simple. Why somebody will pay you for a very simple work? That's the first question it must click in your mind the moment you get when somebody is pinging you with this kind of message. Google Maps for 1 2 minutes and get your salary daily basis. See, who pays salary daily except you are a laborer? Correct? Again a trap. Salary will review and 50 rupees paid immediately. See, without doing anything, they are paying you 50 rupees. We will add you Telegram group, 20 tasks a day, each review and 2000 and rewards. Payment can be transferred to bank account UPI ID on a daily basis. I understood this entire thing is a trap, so clearly I wrote, I do not need this job, thank you. To understand work process clear doubts, I can give you two Google review and then they are saying they will pay me 150 done for the three tasks. He clearly said, keep it to you. I don't need it. They say we are providing you good salary offer, then why you don't want to do it? I don't wanted to discuss with them further. So what I did is I just blocked this contact. Okay. So this is one such example where these kind of things are happening nowadays very frequently, and if you do not pay attention and if you do not understand what the actual what actually the person is trying to do, so in that case what will happen is you are bound to lose the scenario. Okay, so friends, this part I hope you must have understood how this Google review part works and why somebody will pay you just by clicking 2 3 things, right? And they are writing to write some review, so that means this is a trap. You must not get into it. If somebody gives you some this kind of message, that means the person is just trying to get your personal data and then take out money from your account. That's the ultimate goal of this entire activity. They do not want you to be rich, they want themselves to be rich basically. Okay, so we must be very careful about it. Now let's see some online job scam kind of status. See, one of the outside overseas number, it says, I have something urgently to ask you and I have good news, are you busy? I just replied later on, okay, this is regarding what? So it says, I am Karina. I don't know what kind of Karina it is. We have Karina Kapoor, a heroine as well, right? So HR manager from this company, sometime introduce good opportunity. It says you can work from home using smartphone in your free time. It takes 20, 10 to 30 minutes. Daily salary 3 to 5,500 to 5,000. Would you like to know more, dear? For 10 to 30 minutes work, who will pay you 3,500 to 5,000 rupees? This clearly indicates this is basically a trap rather than an earning opportunity as such for your free time, because in general nobody will pay you 5,000 rupees for 10 to 30 minutes of work. If that is the case, then whole world will sit on this kind of activity and they can also make a lot of money out of it without doing too many things, right? If your phone only will give you 5,000 rupees per day, that means 1.5 lakh per month. Can you imagine what all things you can do with that much money? Correct? So it's very clear to pay attention to such kind of things. Look at one more example. I clearly said I do not need this job and then I just blocked it. Good morning, sir. My name is this and your number from Job Sheet Creative. I don't know from where they have got it. It's a YouTube. So another this is very familiar process nowadays people follow. Okay, you like the YouTube and put your comments and make this much money. See, they don't know how to even write it properly and they are thinking that they are smart enough. I clearly said I don't need this job. It says whether you have a job working, you can do it in your free time. Basic, too much of time, you can increase your popularity in internet locations by rating them and get rewarded this. I said clearly no and then just gone ahead and blocked it. Remember one thing, money does not come free of cost. If you put some effort into some or the other kind of related activity, then only you can expect a return against the activity you have performed for somebody, right? If somebody is giving you money free of cost, it is not free of cost anyway. It is basically a trap to take your money out or put you into a situation where you will suffer and you will lose some of your earnings or maybe all of your earnings. If you read the newspaper daily, you will get at least one or two news minimum, bare minimum at least 2 3 news every day. Every day it goes without fail. You just need to pay attention to the news. Somewhere somebody did something and then they paid the very nice price for against it. You want to do that? I'm sure nobody wants to that kind of event to happen with them, right? Neither with yourself, not with your dear ones, not with anybody else as such. So our best protection against such kind of criminal activities is we should be aware what we should do and what we should not. And how can we take it up forward, that also we should be aware of. Another very important point which I feel is it's very important and critical to know is people always try to create some sort of urgency. What you call it as urgency, let me just show you. By way of this, these things are all coming via SMS messages. Have a look. Dear Axis Bank user, your Axis Bank account will be blocked today. See from three different numbers, right? And at three different timelines as well. I'm just showing you how people come. And remember, this is not just for Axis Bank. This is for SBI Bank, right? Kotak Bank, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank. I had only a few of them to just showcase you how these messages comes. Remember, these are not bank numbers. These are not the bank numbers, and neither of others are. This is also is not a bank number, right? And whenever you get such kind of messages, no need to be panicked. That is the first thing you have to keep in mind. Don't think that your account is blocked. Your account is blocked. If you really have doubt, visit the bank branch, show the message, and then ask them, sir, are you really blocking my account? And if yes, what is the reason for the same? Do not get panic thinking that my account is blocked today, how I will access my account, how I will withdraw the money from the account. This is basically again a trap to fool you, to compromise your device security, be it mobile, be it your computer, be it your tablet, be it any other connected device. It can be even a smartwatch as well. Okay, the first thing what you have to do is, and remember just one thing, never ever click on these kind of link what is we be always be given, because these will not be from the trustworthy source. If you click it, be assured that your network and your device is basically compromised. Compromised means other than you also somebody else will have access to it. And anytime when you do something or any message comes to your device, they will be able to see it, and when some good news will come to them, they will use it to their advantage and you will be the ultimate sufferer. Okay, remember one thing, if any message you get from the bank side, it is actually not from the bank side. Bank have a lot of other activities to do other than sending such kind of messages. Bank basically never sends these kind of messages to any of their customers, be it any kind of bank, national bank, private bank, cooperative bank, or whatever kind of bank it may be, doesn't matter. Any bank or any financial institution will never send you messages like this. The moment you see the message, the best approach is block the number and delete the message. Do not click on that at any cost. And still, if you have doubt, go and visit the branch. But never ever click on these kind of links which is given in the message. You look at this. It says update the PAN card immediately. Why? If I click on this, it will take me to the network where, and if I fill some data over there, or even network, say it may download some malware on my device. A lot of things can happen after that. So basically, these kind of messages now, even nowadays, very very frequent. I think if I remember correctly, in last 1 year or so, I have received around 50 plus such kind of messages, and all I did is delete the message, block the number, and forget about it. I never got a call directly from the bank or bank branch saying that your account is blocked. And good part is, in some of the banks I don't have even accounts, still I am getting the messages. That's the interesting part of it. So that simply clearly says these messages are not generating from the banking network anywhere. These things are generating outside the banking network only to fool you, to cheat you, and to harm you. We must be very very careful about such kind of messages. First and foremost thing is, never ever panic. If you panic, then you will do the things which you are not supposed to do. If you do not panic, just hold your breath, analyze the thing, and then take action appropriately. And if you feel that you have doubt, visit the bank branch, show the message, and ask, sir, what is this? They will guide you better. They will guide you better. They will never try to tell you something nonsense. People panic and then they do something which they wanted them to do, and that is how they become a loser. People earn money in a very hard way. Do not let your financial resources getting drained out by way of such kind of messages or by clicking on the link provided into these things. Never ever do that. Protect yourself, protect your financial future. Now, let's go to the concluding part of it. Okay. So, what all things we should do in order to secure ourselves? Okay. First thing is, educate yourself and your family members, including your kids, as long as they are able to understand something, that what they can do in order to protect themselves from such kind of frauds. Some of the techniques which one can use is, use a full service internet security suite. That means don't use only the free service available, free security services. Use a licensed version and a full-time one. A full-time one having much more different level of securities available in that network, and it will protect you for various kind of threats as well. Always use very strong passwords. Do not use your date of birth, your father's name, mother's name, brother's name, sister's name, your anniversary and all other things as your password. Okay, so use combination of alphanumeric and special characters together, and the more lengthy your password would be, that much it will be difficult for somebody to crack it. Remember that always. So don't keep it only 3-4 digits or 5-6 digits password. Try to increase the length as much as you can, and remember in your mind. Okay. Next, keep your software updated at any point of time. Whatever device or computer you use, ensure that it is completely updated. Many a times people do not pay attention to it, and then someday they pay very nice price against it. So don't do that. Manage your social media settings. Nowadays people are very much familiar with all kind of social media things. Sometimes even they publish their personal data onto it. My suggestion is, never do that. Do not put your any kind of personal data over there. Plus, ensure that simply nobody is able to get the details of your personal things. Also, ensure that Suppose you are using Facebook, use the two-factor authentication so that people cannot directly log in there and do something nonsense over there. Then strengthen your home network. Strengthen your home network means your home Wi-Fi network should be encrypted. Ensure that, and there also you use strong password. Do not allow anybody else whom you don't know well to use your network. There are many things which can happen through the network as well. They don't need to be always routed through your device directly. Also, teach your children about the internet and tell them what they should do and what they should not. Ensure that they are at least aware of the risk involved into it. Okay. Also, read about the major security breaches happening and ensure that you have the awareness against it. If you don't know what all things are going on in the market currently, or people are doing activities currently, you might get fooled by them. Also, ensure that you are not passing any your personal identifiable information, otherwise also called as PII, and ensure that those things are completely protected. Also, be aware that your identity theft can be can be taken place anywhere in the world. There is no place where identity cannot be stolen or cannot be misused. So, do not share any details to the unknown people at any point of time. Okay, and if somebody is asking for it, then you should know what is the reason behind it. At least for the unknown people, you must be very aware of that. You should not pass on any information to them. Also, keep an eye to the kids, because lot of things they are not aware, and even if they are aware, they don't know the implications of those activities. They don't know how the impact of those activities would be. So always keep an eye on them so that you are aware what those people are doing actually. And finally, and the last one is, if at all somehow you have fallen into the trap, then you should know what to do next. Ensure that you are reporting it to the respective authorities. Nowadays, in every police station, there is a cyber reporting cell as well. You can even report it online as well if you are competent enough. If you are not, then you can visit the police station. They will guide you where to go ahead and report such kind of activities. Ensure that the reporting is done, because that will go into the records, and not just in records, it will also help you to uh, recover something. At least will help you to recover something maybe in future, but then at least reporting must be done. If you are not reporting it, it simply means you are not doing your duty properly. Remember one thing, in a way, fighting cybercrime is everybody's business. It is of Think of it as an obligation to do your part in the fight against cybercrime. So, since this is not a one man show, this is a collective show, and we all must play our role to our level best in order to prevent, protect such kind of activities. Protect ourselves, okay? Not to protect others. So, let me know how you feel about this particular video against it. I have just tried to explain you in a better way that what all things we have over here to understand. And also, new year is now coming up, so I just wish you all a happy new year 2024 in advance. May God bless you all. Thank you.